Hi magical friends, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're not hot because we're currently in a heat wave in the UK, which is not good. Well, I say that, we're not in a heat wave, but it's 16, 17 degrees compared to the miserable winter we've just had is very hot. And silly me, I've decided to put on my Harry Potter robes. Not house pride because I am a Ravenclaw, but I don't have Ravenclaw robes. So yeah. Today we are going to be ranking the Harry Potter films from my least favourite to my favourite. I don't have a least favourite because who can? But yeah, so my least favourite to my favourite. So if you're interested, please stick around and yeah, let's get on with the video. Number 8, The Chamber of Secrets. I have absolutely nothing against this movie whatsoever. It is an amazing movie. It's quite slow moving. It's quite old, dated now. It's an amazing film. I find the plot of it is very slow, and you know, it was made in a time where they just had started filming the Harry Potter films, and they didn't really know what they were going to become. I think the Philosopher's Stone was made like almost perfectly because they had to make it special. But then I feel like, I might be completely wrong on this, but they were like, oh, we made a brilliant film. Doesn't really matter how well it goes this time. I think The Chamber of Secrets is an amazing film, but it's not my favourite. Right, you hardcore Harry Potter fans, they're absolutely going to kill me for this. But number 7, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Don't get me wrong, I love the film, but again, it's really slow moving. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's an amazing film and better than most films that are released today. But it's like quite dated now. And the plot is quite good, really. It's more about friendship and magic and the introduction of Wizarding World. But it's an amazing film, but it's just a bit slow moving, like The Chamber of Secrets. It's not as action packed as the rest of the films, because I don't think, you know, the directors, producers, screenwriters of Harry Potter in the early days really knew what it was going to become, and the later films are just amazing, like really are amazing. And they kind of every film progressed from the last film because they knew what film was going to be what. I feel like if Chris Columbus stayed and did the whole 8 films, they wouldn't be the same. I feel like they'd all be too similar to the Chamber of Secrets and the Philosopher's Stone, which isn't a bad thing, but you don't want too much of that. David Yates, I feel like, was the best Harry Potter director. He really captured the magic, I think. I know there was The Prisoner of Azkaban and The Goblet of Fire. They were a bit like 2 different directors, but they're still amazing films. Anyway, that's why I place Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone here. Okay, number 6. I think more Harry Potter fans are going to kill me for this as well, but The Goblet of Fire. Now, you know, again, I will watch the film happily, but to me, it is like centered around the task and the Triwizard Tournament. And I know that it was made for that, and I understand that that is the purpose of the book. It is to give something new to the story, but I find it just a little bit like it doesn't focus on the magic of Harry Potter as much. It's more sporty, and I'm trying to figure out what I mean about this, but to me, if you understand what I mean, it's not as magical as the other Harry Potter films. It is an amazing film, but I think it centres it mainly around the Triwizard Tournament, which is what the film is, but it's not my favourite. Number 5, The Order of the Phoenix. I think the film, The Order of the Phoenix, is a really, really good film. It does have that magic feel to it. I think it's centred around Hogwarts, Harry and his friends, and Voldemort rising to power again. I think it has that charm, and it was the first film that David Yates directed, which is why I think it, to me, that Harry Potter charm comes from those David Yates films. The later films are definitely my favourites, and I feel like you're either a Harry Potter fan who's like, oh no, the earlier films better, later films, or you're like, no, the later films better. And I'm one of the ones who like the later films. I have actually not read the later books. I have dyslexia. I have trouble reading, but I did manage up to the 4th book, which I'm quite proud of. Very, very progressive. I think I started reading the first book in 2020 and then didn't, and then I think I stopped in 2022 because I was like, yeah, I can't read this, because I used to get to a bottom of the page and be like, oh God, this is not an appropriate time to yawn. I never yawn, but when I'm put in front of a camera, I yawn. Anyway, when I get to the bottom of a page, I'm like, I don't really remember what happened, so I have to read it again. And I find it hard to imagine things, so I feel like I'm just reading words in it. But, yeah. Order of the Phoenix, great film, amazing. That's why I rank it here. Number 4, Deathly Hallows Part 1. This film, you have to be in a mood to watch it. It's very, very slow moving. I like it. It's a brilliant film. Definitely, and it moves away from Hogwarts, which is what the book is trying to do, is trying to go into the darkness. Harry hunting Horcruxes, that's the film. It's nice, but it's just like, to me, it's not that Harry Potter charm. Again, I know that, I just put my head on my shelf. I know that film is not meant to be that, but that's why I rank it here. Number 3, The Deathly Hallows Part 2. I know this is most people's favourite Harry Potter, and it is one of my favourites, and I've had difficulty ranking it. But Deathly Hallows Part 2 is probably one of the best movies and visually pleasing films ever, and cinematically amazing films of all time. But the film goes by so quickly because it's literally Harry starting in where Dobby is buried, the house next to it, Dobby, and then goes on to the Battle of Hogwarts, then Harry's Voldemort's fight, and then the film's end. That is all the film is. It ends the saga, really. It's an amazing, 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 amazing film. Like I said, about all of them. But yeah, it's all about the fight. And I like it. I love the fighting. But they're older and it's not as charming. But it is a fantastic film. Number 2, The Half-Blood Prince. I love this film so much. If I were to pick a Harry Potter film, it would be probably this film. It has the charm, that I like about Harry Potter. It is an amazing film. You can't fault it. That's all I have to say about it. Number 1, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I think this film, if you were to explain what Harry Potter is, you would want to watch this film. It has everything in it. It's the first film that latches on to what I think Harry Potter is. You know, it is just got that Harry Potter magic-y feel to it. They're at an age where it's not young anymore, they're not old. It's the characters are all the characters, they stayed the same. And I think it was done so brilliantly and perfectly. It's also the best book that I've heard. I have read it myself. It is an amazing book. One of my favourite that I'd read out of the 4 I've read. Yeah, just that. It is so good and has that Harry Potter charm. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to click the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and like the video so I know you want more content like this. Notification bell so you never miss a video from me, and subscribing would really, really help my channel out. Look what I did. This is £30. £30. They're not me. They're not meant to be doing this. They are supposed to be displayed on a shelf. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hope you like this one. The heat has really got to me, and I'm taking this off and I'm gonna go get a really cold drink. Bye guys.